The future's not fixed. There's no future. It's rarely in alignment for anyone to know what's coming in the future. My name is Lindsay Mack. I am a Brooklyn-based intuitive healer, tarot reader, writer, and teacher, and I'm the founder of Wild Soul Healing. I think that anything that brings you back to true nature is a deep healing, and I find that tarot is a powerful tool to do just that. It's the perfect blueprint for a soul having a human experience. People come for all different kinds of reasons, because they're lost, because they're scared, because they're confused. But at the bottom line, it all comes back to that desire to be seen, I think, and affirmed. And I think people really want to understand the difference between feeling and fact. And that's why people come to me. And because I'm kind, and that's different. I truly think that that's a little different with tarot readers. Like, I'm definitely the nicest tarot reader I've ever met. You know what I mean? I do teach and utilize tarot in a different way than anyone else. I just call it soul tarot. It's intentionally utilizing tarot as a tool for the soul's evolution and disidentification with brain chemistry. Every human being has these two kind of voices going on at the same time. One of them is, the primal nervous system in the brain, and the part we inherited from our parents and our animal ancestors, and the part that is really quite limited. And it has one single solitary job. Even though it looks like it's doing many things, it's one thing: to keep us alive. That is an extremely limited experience of life. That part of us really doesn't prefer to evolve or grow or change. It doesn't. Evolution is super uncomfortable. Like, that's the main ingredient of it. So we gotta call upon the soul if we wanna do that. The agreement we made when we dropped into these human bodies was to work on the tension between that part of us and the soul. And the soul, all it fucking wants to do is evolve. All it wants to do is leap off cliffs. All it wants to do is step further into a place of ease and grace. So I was becoming more aware of the distinction between those two voices. And the more I did, the more I recognized that really the second voice is guides, higher self. I am able to understand the brain part very well. And I'm also able to understand what someone's being invited into, so that we're both honoring and uplifting into something different. And that all came from my own experience healing from post-trauma, period. I started really working with my mother piece deck, which is very different than traditional tarot, around right after I had had a breakdown and sort of made a series of decisions that finally allowed me to start that healing process and truly start it. And my tarot deck was there in the most difficult of moments, and for some reason, maybe the information was meant to come through me in that way, I don't know, but I was able to understand and stay really present in the energy of what I'd receive in a card, even though I was processing something different. You're never an intuitive. You're always learning, always. It's just the practice of really listening to the subtler body, to the subtler heart, to the subtler whispers and the truths. Yeah, it is my calling. It is. I have no doubt that before I incarnated into this body, I chose this work, and it's almost killed me to come into this. I had to literally almost die in order to come into this work, and I'm really grateful for it. I love it, but it came by accident. It's not that I don't work my fucking ass off, but I've never had to work hard for clients. Not yet anyway. It's a different kind of work. I've never had to push. I work all the time. I don't push. That, I think, is the distinction with calling. It feels like a privilege to have people be in here trusting me with some of their literally most vulnerable aspects. And everything I do is to really honor that. Intention to serve, intention to do no harm. You know, that's my personal philosophy. I don't use languaging that's harmful. I don't make guesses. I don't fuck around with people. Like, I'm in here serving people, I feel like, in the most vulnerable way. Like, I really take that shit seriously. But yeah, my personal philosophy is like, keep it wild, be of service, don't fuck people up, you know?